Okay, welcome to the stream. Today we are gonna do nhiệm vụ truyền thuyết của Kazuha. Hy vọng 60 nguyên thạch của cái nhiệm vụ này sẽ coi như là gỡ lại cho chúng ta việc chúng ta tạch Kazuha. Dạ vậy đúng là mơ giữa ban ngày. Okay, let's go. Rảnh như sao cái tài nguyên ra hoặc sang một bên nữa là cứ để bên này thôi. Vừa lãnh địa Bạch Hồ. Không vượt cả chim từ đây đi ra đi. Có tiền rồi.
So many things have happened since then. Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today?
Sumeru.
Huh? What's that?
À, đủ VIP.
Hey! What the heck is that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Thằng này không mất máu à?
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all.
Thằng mũ che mắt này.
Seems like I've mistaken you for someone that...
At the very least, you should make sure you got the right person before you go attacking them.
Tuổi. Nó biết cái đấy gì mà mày nói.
Wait. Even when you've got the right person, you should...
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kazuha?
Không biết. Không biết.
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animal vision.
Không biết thì còn quẹ.
That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything
Rồi,
anyway.
tao không biết
I'm
được, không
wasting
biết
my
này.
time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Well, one
Còn cái
thing's
trùng
for
này nó
sure.
là biết.
No way are we telling him anything about right? Paimon has a feeling though that even if this guy gets to challenge Kazuha to a duel, anyway, just to be on the same. Oh, what kind of a special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each? Yeah, maybe a little. Anyway, there's no time Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stacking up in Rito at the moment.
Let's go, baby. That's what I'm waiting for. Không đúng Kazuha lắm nhỉ.
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive out. Well, we took the small vessels in Torito. If it's because of that battle on Mizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain.
Oh, so
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the riding shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Đúng rồi, đấy là lý do tao đứng ở đây nói chuyện với mày đấy.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Really? Wow. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with. I thought they'd come to arrest him first. Turns out.
just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you. Guess we'll...
All right then.
What's going on?
Oh? It's you.
Tao đây.
Greetings. We were just
Mẹ mày
discussing
luôn.
the repealing of the Vision Hunter.
Láo.
Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation.
You're just kidding, man.
We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on you. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct the Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan. I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the... Considering Mr. Kaidahara has, in the interest of preventing further harassment of the bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to... However...
I can assure you that with the Kaidahara clan's reputation in Ak, you will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would... Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara.
I sense some hesitation. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of them will...
Malicious rumors?
Nói chung là nhà bị lệch này nó cũng có lý do. Mình trúng rét 7-8 lần, gần chục lần. 7 lần làm cho nên 10 lần, ok. Thì nó cũng phải lệch một lần. Đầu game bây giờ mới lệch có 2 lần.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaidahara really parried the Shogun. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Anima. As a result, the falsehood that Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Đấy là vision của bạn đó mày.
What? But that doesn't...
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the sub, but perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will look...
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our...
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment.
I'm đến đây to tell you about someone holding a very nice kiếm that I'm going to own. That is going to chém you.
We nearly forgot.
Why would such a dangerous individual be... No. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family. Over time, these techniques came to form something of... Those forms are quite different from...
All the more reason to watch your back.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk...
In that case, I will send...
Thank you. I
Thank you.
must say I am now very curious about this matter. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the...
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Let's go.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes
Cô nói chuyện được 475 kinh nghiệm mạo hiểm của sự tí này.
Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Ryuji ở thằng nào? Cái này kìa.
Take it easy.
Hey there! We'd like to ask you a quick question.
Would like to ask you some question.
Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about
Doubt
you.
it.
It is an...
You are too kind. We are currently investigating...
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving... Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more...
Millions of mora?
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my...
Of course. No matter what, we only take on... Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, but I wouldn't know where to begin.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from...
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in this. If anyone had been out there attacking people...
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere.
Yeah.
Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see some for the poor victim.
Don't worry, we'll...
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely the same concern for your fellow...
You flatter me.
You are much too humble.
No.
Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you.
Okay.
Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just...
Sure.
All right, then. Recently, one of them is a pretty well-known collector,
Naruto.
surnamed Nagata. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai...
Amenoma.
Right.
Nổi kiếm của tao.
Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Toga, the owner of two grown men going missing at the same time. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplice.
Understood. Though it seems...
Sure, can't...
Thank you, Ryuji.
Sounds good. All the...
If it isn't Kaidehara Kazuha, what brings you here?
You two know...
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to... Yes, you may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from the Iridori Festival.
Though all blacksmiths trace their craft back to the same sword, as an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and for only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin.
You overestimate me. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is we hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this...
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission. He didn't say a word before he left. But I've done what I can so far.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic
40
look.
ngày, 42
He
ngày
was
nữa
going
là
to give me a great gift.
3.0.
I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder... If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily...
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable, based on the evidence we have gathered so far.
What? No. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind.
Is that...
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, but... With that said, I also cannot know what course of act... Anyway, should you find him...
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the...
Yes.
Cứ thằng kia mà.
It sounds as if something happened. Let's pay a visit to the Naga.
Chết dập. This is Nagato's nhà.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No. You misunderstand it.
I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit. I'm sorry you had to see me in this dreadful state.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we...
For example...
That's so long. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew everything was fine when we first got married. But as time went by, I think...
Uh-oh! What happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. We started buying more and more things. And our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting
Đối diện
interested
của
in weapons.
người đánh tay
It
xỉu.
was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring. I'm happy he is happy, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends on the last day that I saw him...
Dạ bị trúng bùa ngải gì đấy à?
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, you must understand, I never would have... After I said those words, he froze. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found our... And I also don't know if he... The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire. And both he and the...
I see. Amenoma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato.
At first, I assumed that my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries. I don't know. He just Perhaps he's too afraid to come home, now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire. when he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though as long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so
đầu tư chứng
drastically
khoán
over a
hoặc
short
là đi đánh
period.
tài xỉu.
But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenome Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not...
A little confusing. More like completely
Let's try a change of scenery. Rest assured, we'll...
Thank you.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was something. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in it. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while.
Não hụt
Over
lốt
to
rồi.
you.
An interesting explanation. Amenome Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problem maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. They thought a fire would destroy everything, but it's a far-fetched theory. I can't. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenome Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem Amenome Yuya lacks a key
Darn! We thought we could get two birds.
Let's keep going.
Đó.
If we
God
can
damn
solve
it.
the case, both Mr. Amenoma and...
Okay.
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse.
Trong nhà kho cháy. Nhà kho ngay đây.
Wait, I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that
Tăng
as
được quyền
sketchy
của
as
Kazuha.
that whole thing seems. You did put it to good use when we were chasing down...
Now I'm pick...
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. It felt very much like that ancient... Indeed. But this We should remain vigilant.
Careful.
Huh. So it's an underground...
À, đồ bí
This
cảnh
is
à?
definitely the source of the Tatari got judging from the concentration.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the... From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn off, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with.
So which...
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer. You needn't
Sợ
worry.
gì? Let's go. Let's go.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris.
Hmm?
I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to a...
That was too scary.
All we can do now is
Quái vật
keep
nhảy ra ở
searching
đây
in the
cũng
direction that the Tatarigami energy source left
Nó mà
us.
nhảy ra ở đây thì dân ở ngay đằng sau.
Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. Quiet your mind and...
Ờ.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance.
Rồi.
Whoa! Look at all those
Nope.
village girls. They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Phát của nữa. Đủ biết.
Shadows of fate.
It's by the looks
Kiếm
of
à?
it, a letter written up well.
Anh em biết nào cả tổ của tôi bị Kazuha chém trọng thương, hắn ta đã cướp mất thanh đao mà tôi yêu quý nhất. I just started him, but I didn't make it. I'm so fucking tired. I had to nằm here to nghỉ ngơi. Nay bụng liên tục bleed. I thought my can survive, but there's some power that make me can hope for more. Tại sao hắn lại cướp đao của tôi chứ? Là tôi sẽ nói với hắn mà. Muốn đốt cả nhà kho của tôi nữa. Very hurt, very hurt. I can get nut. Để biết điều này. Bla. Thank you and sorry for making you really difficult.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Aminoma Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato... He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatariga. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hillagers. Yes, if Aminoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, the longer we take to find him, the more people risk.
Right. So let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised for a practitioner of the martial arts. The easiest desire, all the clues they've at first seen. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct...
Wait! You figured it out.
I believe so. But it's something of an... On with the search.
Chỉ cần nhìn cái mũ thì mình biết ngay là nào. Ấy! What the hell?
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here?
I'm not sure. But on closer example...
Show yourself!
Đủ. Đấy biết ngay mà. Là nó đấy, còn ai đấy.
Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Aminoma Yuya, we are in fact facing...
Đúng rồi, đao chọn người gì đấy.
Now that you mention it... Whoa!
Nhưng vì đằng này thằng kia mình nó nhập.
Energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly... The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind.
Cuối cùng nó lại là kiếm của mình. Kiếm này cũng ngon nhé. Kiếm này mẹ cho GPS ngon.
Or rather, as a means to occupy Aminoma Yuya's
Nói chứ thằng này người tốt, nhưng mà nó cầm cái kiếm này lâu quá, bởi vì cái thằng này nó đổi kiếm, nó cầm kiếm hộ, xong rồi mẹ mày trong lúc đang đổi thì nó dập nhậu thằng này rồi.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already... Many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy as a descendant of the Kaidehara clan.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, he not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with the consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade...
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to seek but one thing. To face the full force of the riding shogun's blade and prove my power. The might of Ishi.
So, Amenome, you tell me, what happens to
hosts? Who cares what happens to them? When they got tired or injured or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them. After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenome at long last. I'm approaching my journey's destination. Kaidehara Kazuha, you stood against the riding shogun's Muso no Hitatachi. There can be no other to serve now.
Giao cái con mẹ mày. Làm gì vậy?
Take flight. Shake it and stir. Stay on our special.
Rewrite history.
Let me scribe.
Join me and sever them. Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too.
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit. Not even if you defeat me here, the one who falls is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form by any means necessary, and any...
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance.
Really?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your destiny.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of East in that regard. Why would...
Because all of that, I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. But now that I've seen inside your mind, everything... After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you find... Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a you were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, but the way I see it, what began...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from a...
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly... Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your
cãi
bidding.
nhau và làm cái kiếm này lung lay ý chí.
How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art with...
Silence! I must achieve my goal. I will concede that you are most perceptive.
And you should...
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not yours. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaidehara.
How stubbornly you... I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let...
Surely you're not...
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to... Once we have dealt with them...
And as for your end of the bargain, if you...
I accept.
Được.
Do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. Even if things take a turn, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance now.
no.
Kazuha?
Cẩn thận. Vẫn nói tiếng người.
I felt a little dip. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next?
We'll find some enemy. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art cannot end, if he wants to avoid reality.
Wait a minute. Paimon, since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base,
Đấy là bí cảnh đấy.
what about Amenoma Yu?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently.
Are we sure this is a good... Okay, fine.
Bố để đi phong chi dựng ra cái đấy. Ok. Rồi, tôi chắc nhảy xuống nhảy. Có thể lấy team national hoặc là team national team nước Sara phần đôi.
You back. Much.
Sara never sống luôn.
Gonna be epic.
Xem.
For justice.
Let's go. Đúng sao vậy, có mỗi Kazuha thôi à? Danh nào chủ phái Ishin. Từ 1413 tấn công thường tính nâng tường trọng kích của tấn công viên đáp khi đánh trúng kẻ địch sẽ kích hoạt oán linh lên 180% các phương diện rộng, đồng thời hồi phục HP bằng 100% tấn công. Đủ đọc ở trên trang chủ khác mà. Bây giờ lại C3 phun công thất huyền thoại.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Em có đấy. Solo.
The wind's melting.
Let's get down to business.
One with nature.
One with wind and cloud.
Into the wind. One with nature.
Kéo lên rồi xong.
Into the wind.
Terry.
So that's it.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much
Đúng
longer.
rồi, đúng rồi. Hơi khó dùng thì có thể là cái nội tạng này khi giảm 5 cái nhóm sát thương nên là thật thì nó sẽ mất đi rồi.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he's in. Let's keep going. Time to go.
Let's get down to business.
Wind strike. The wind knows.
Rồi, unlimited nữa.
Time to get clouds high. The day is calm. Wind strike.
Something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting,
What would that do to Amin?
I will be careful with it. He's still. Wind strike. Time to go. Wind strike. One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Are you okay?
Yes,
Shin's grown a bit dimmer again.
perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true.
True form? What are you talking about?
What's going on?
Huh? Is this the same
So-
blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun.
Loại gì?
Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me, but regrettably we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy, and the only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yep, we can help.
Don't worry. It's just more of the
Let's get down to
Không
business.
ổn. Không có 1.700 tấn công. Khiếp vậy. Tớ đã thành đao săn cá. Đấy. Nhưng mà tinh thông nó cũng khác nữa. Cầm dao săn cá, tác thương lần nữa cao hẳn lên.
The wind knows. Clouds high. The birds call.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels. No, I thought that if I could achieve it...
But in this too you have...
Indeed. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor. Yours is the blade that took on Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never
Bảo quản rất là
reach
kỹ
that
ở
level of glory.
một nơi rất là bí mật.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
Giờ nó kiếm dao săn cá này ở Dương Đẳng Lý.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond skill. Blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient pact. Though you tried to cooperate with me, I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenome Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intent. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination, you were destined the moment you embarked on this journey. You lost the only person who could have ever unleashed. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. My life. How could I bless it to him? Do not. How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on that. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind. He spent the rest of his life in. He felt intense regret at being. So he instructed this sentient. All he wanted to show was that.
So that what? After that?
Right. I believe this blade has committed unforgiveness. Yes. Time would not wait, or he seems to have calmed.
To fulfill his wishes, but darkness and slaughter numbed the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition,
you have finally seen real.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenome Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his act. So, may I...
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix too? Jeez.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. My physical form.
His attitude. What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker, alas, Nor have I ever had the chance to prove my fights were devoid of any noble meaning. You are a fine warrior. I would like... I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps you must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and...
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will...
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the...
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a final duel...
Okay. There's nothing here. Final duel.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Crash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down, still. Even if he's way past the point. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin Art, Kaidahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma Art, Amenoma Yuya.
Honored to cross...
It is my honor also.
Không dùng chiêu luôn.
Time to go.
Nga sẽ không dùng chiêu. Nhưng mà không dùng chiêu đánh tới lâu ấy. Đấy, thế mà mới bị trúng. Giống như hội Midori. Ngồi solo bỏ hết các tay.
That hurts.
Đấy mày đánh đi, khổ lắm. Đấy, tôi còn đi chú của mẹ. Hai con mũi rẽ nhau. Cẩn thận nhé, mày xuống nước là tao hết thể lực ấy. There we go.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded
Với
away.
tội uy kiếm với tội cho
But
công
that
này.
same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well.
GG.
There are a few things that
I must apologize.
Phải đi
to
xin
you
lỗi
for
thằng
all
Naruto
that has
kia
transpired.
nữa.
You need not seek my forgiveness. It is too late for all of that.
Hỏng chứ.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you
Oh,
will see
no.
my transgression. I strayed far from the straight, and I beseech you.
Yes, I too.
Thank you. 6.
this blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there
Mày
together.
sửa lại xong rồi cho mình
Want
cầm.
to go visit?
I'm not sure.
Rồi, Cranberry. Đâu rồi? Đây. Mày... Chết mẹ phun nhiều ẩu. Ok. Quên.
Yuya!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within... But I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bontan
đây rồi,
Sango
hay quá.
Detective Agency tells me that they found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes, badly wounded,
May mà sống.
but he will live. And now that Hyuya is back, it seems like the final
Yay.
ending to this story.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha?
Yes. He said he wants to take control
Đúng
of
tạm
me
được
for a
xuống kia
brief
được một thời
moment.
gian. Đã đủ biết.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
Còn mình khôn ấy.
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. I've decided Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please.
Powers
Đủ
were
các skin.
spent. Without him, my eventual demise
Ôi
is
giời, các
imminent.
skin là lại.
But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything. You mean
Yes, the cost is my entire consciousness.
Wow. Ở đây đã đoạn giống trong ấy đây. Trong trào lưu nhỉ.
You're right.
Stream ấy.
There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies.
Đó, thành màu rồi.
Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its worth,
Đó là nó muốn gen làm thế này. Ok.
Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands,
Cần nó làm từ tay nhà Kadehara.
will still fulfill his wish.
Nhìn trông giống trong mơ nhất tập
Son
một
of
tượng.
the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishi.
Cha Bla
His
Ishin.
name is now yours to keep.
Về một lúc là
Rest in peace.
một lúc đấy. Đẹp. Giờ nó mất ý thức rồi. Nó là của mình. Ok.
So, that's why his
Có tình nguyện không?
consciousness will...
Hay không?
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions. Only in the final moments
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward, speaking for myself. I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished. I understand. Perhaps this is hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspired after everything I've seen. I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Cần ngay giờ, bây giờ tao có một run thì mày về nhé.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo?
Oh,
Vậy quên.
right. And it's also
Hết
time to
mẹ
go.
đi, còn nói chuyện nói mãi. Thế là xong rồi. Đây, cũng là tí của mẹ. Thế là bố mẹ rồi. Đấy. Cái này nó mới hợp lý, thấy biết ngay. Đây, nó chờ rồi.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger awareness. The investigation in Tom and Yuya should...
Wow, you sure kept...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade by means of a series of fortuitous events I was able to recover, and so it looks like I will likely continue. The Kaidahara clan has always been... Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself...
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware.
Very well. However, if you should ever change...
Great.
Where will you travel to?
I'll probably ask for my next destination.
Nhà của TanDZ.
Let's see where the wind takes me.
Just fucking come here, man. Okay, so there we go. Đó chính là nhiệm vụ truyền thuyết của Kazuha. Đúng là một cái kiếm mà 60 ngân thành như mọi lần. Trước hết là đi rèn nhựa, quên mẹ mất, mày ghét. Bây giờ làm gì? Cái này lại thánh gì vật thôi. Không ra. À đâu? Yep, không tuổi. Có 118 ngân thành cho tờ bờ này nó đi về. It's a new Hazel mission, but we're not gonna do it now. It's not gonna do it now, not... One day, chìa khóa bị thác, have some use. Đã đủ tinh lượng độc quyền, tinh lượng hạng 1 duy nhất. Đấy, việc này bình thường sẽ không cái giảm 50% sát thương. Còn là kiếm này cũng ngon. Nếu mà chúng ta đầu tư nâng lên level 90. Okay, so that's it for today's stream. Please like, subscribe, and please stay tuned for the khám phá đảo táo vàng 2.0. Okay, now that's it for today's stream. Goodbye. Nó đọc từ bạn.